You know, Nintendo, for all of their shortcomings and all the misguided shit that they do, they've really done something incredible this time. The Nintendo Switch 2 is actually pulling off a Captain Planet, or at least for the entire gaming industry. It's literally fucking everything at this point, and I think that's really cool. The Nintendo Switch is basically a UN summit at this point. Or if you're a nerd like me, you can just say it's Avatar style. It's bringing balance to the gaming world. You want mobile games? Got it. You want tabletop? Sure, you got that too. You can swing your Joy-Cons around, maybe bust your aunt in the head or something like that. I mean, just, you just make a day of it. There's so many things that you can do now. It's really incredible. The only thing that it doesn't do is just make you breakfast in bed after fucking you, which, give it time. It'll probably do that. And not in the way you want either. It's literally like a marriage of every form of gaming when you really, really think about it. Like the Switch already had a combination of all of Nintendo's past ideas. They even highlighted it in the reveals and presentations they did before for the original Switch. You had the Joy-Cons, you had the simple control scheme from the NES and the SNES. You had the SD rumble that they came up with for the Nintendo 64 that Sony and Microsoft ripped off. You had the point and click ability from the Wii. You have the C-stick and analog stick that came from the GameCube. You have the tablet idea that came from the Wii U, which honestly, the Wii U, I feel like it was just ahead of its time. It did look like a Toys R Us toy. It looked like a Play School toy. I'm not even going to bullshit you on that. But the things that you could have done with it is fucking incredible. And it never got the just desserts that it got. But the Wii U had to crash and burn so that the Switch could literally fucking fly off the shelves. Like, think about it. Think about everything that the Nintendo Switch can do at this point. It's outdated as fuck, but it can still do so much. Want to play mobile games? All right, bet. You can do that. Want to play handheld, dedicated handheld at least? You can do that. You want to dock it and play console? You got that. You want to play it on the shitter? You already know the answer to that. You can literally do tabletop games on it as well. You can play Scrabble. You can literally, you can just like sit it on the table. You can play Monopoly. You can play Scrabble. You can play Uno. You can just do tabletop games. Like they literally have a game called Clubhouse Games. You can just like sit it on a table flat and just play it. And even though the VR was more of like an afterthought, it was really just half-assed. But keep in mind that was on an Xbox 360 looking console, or at least tablet that you can carry around in your pocket. Now it's going to be 6 times the power of the original Switch docked. It's going to be at bare minimum a PlayStation 4. And you can run a PlayStation VR on a PlayStation 4. You're going to be able to do a lot with this thing because it already had the gyro controls and all that stuff. So the only thing it has to do is, like, if it doesn't already have that in the original Joy-Con, just give it like the, I don't know what the fuck you call it, like situational awareness or something like that. But if it doesn't already have that, once it has that, that's a wrap. The only things that I would say, Nintendo, with the VR aspect, just make sure you don't fuck this up, is make it accessible. Make it fun. I mean, I really don't even have to tell you to make it fun. As much as Nintendo fucks up here and there, one thing they do know how to do is make fun shit. That's one thing you don't have to backseat drive them on. Backseat drive them on them policies, though. Them old, busted, old Japanese businessman policies. But for instance, do another demo. Now, don't do some head-ass shit like charge me $50 for basically a tech demo. 1-2 switch, I'm looking at you. Do a Wii Sports situation again. That was sick. That shit was fun. And it was a free pack-in. Like, what do you want for free? Really, if they made it to where it just came downloaded on the Switch too, like just as like a freebie, just like Wii Sports Reloaded or some shit like that, or Wii Play or whatever the fuck it was called again. Yeah, Wii Sports. If you do that again, banger idea. Even if it looks simplistic as hell and it looks like basically it's just a Wii port. As a freebie, absolutely, you just show off what the Switch can do. Seriously, motherfucker, do not sell me. Don't ever sell me another tech demo at $50. The fuck, Nintendo. But damn, there's such a wide number of different things that you can do. A wicked number of clever ideas that you can come up with. Like Labo was good. It was novel, but I mean, shit, Nintendo got a Nintendo. Like, what do you want from them? Shit, I never got a Labo. God, I gotta get one before they end up being overpriced. You know, people love collecting Nintendo shit. But anyways, Labo was really good. ARMS was really good. It was shallow when it was made, like a wet puddle. You know, the same puddle I get thinking about Twin Tail, but shallow. Ring Fit Adventure was really good, and it deserves, we really need more fitness games like Ring Fit Adventure. That shit was actually a bop. I wonder if it'll be like the next character in Smash. Also, while you're at it, stop hoeing Geno, stop hoeing Waluigi, and stop hoeing Dixie Kong. For the love of God, stop hoeing Dixie Kong. And get Sonic some more like reps. Jesus Christ, man. Like, come on. Shadow could have just been an Echo with like some small iterations. Tails and Knuckles are basically their skins of Sonic with small iterations. You could easily. The only thing you have to work on is the final smash, call it a day. Make Tails hover, make Knuckles glide. Other modders have done a really good job with it. I know Nintendo with a massive bankroll can easily do this. Easily. Just build on it. You don't have to do much. If it ain't broke, Nintendo. If it ain't broke. But really though, on the VR side, like this could be the Virtual Boy, but not ass. And I'm sorry, Gunpei. You walked so we could sprint. And now home, you've got mouse mode, or a home computer is what I should say. Think about how fucking sick that is. Don't get me wrong. I don't like it better than the point and click capability of like the Wii aspect of it, but this is fucking awesome. And it shuts the fuck up the gaming PC purist out there. Now, you know that's not shutting them up. Granted, I know. Yeah, PC Master Race is still alive in 2025, surprisingly, somehow, some way. Shit's fucking crazy, but would have stopped giving a fuck back then when all you saw was like, you think they would have given a, you think people would stop giving a fuck at this point, because Flash gets pretty much ended the kibosh on that. It's like, all right, y'all chill the fuck out. Like, your shit's not even just that impressive anymore. It's whatever at this point. Diminishing returns. It's kind of crazy though. Imagine the fuck I look like defending $1 billion with a B corporation. Now, if they pay me though, give me some of that D. Dollars. Dummy. Duh. But it's point and click, and or you can just do tabletop or output to a TV, or dare I say a computer screen. You can go into mouse mode like you're playing on a computer too. Like, there's so much that you can do. It's really wild, and it's so simplistic at the same time. Now they do, even the original Switch had a browser feature. You just had to kind of fuck around with it to get to it. You had to do some bullshit to get to it. Like if you're trying to connect to like a hotel, like Wi-Fi or something like that, you can kind of inadvertently get the browser. But just make a browser option. Just make a browser option. It wouldn't be too hard. I know it's kind of like it, I guess when you think about it, it detracts from like the purpose of the Switch in and of itself, but just why not? Just why not? I really just don't see the problem with it. Oh yeah, shit. Let me, matter of fact, I almost forgot. Like, you can download games to it too. Like, the Switch is basically a Steam Deck before the Steam Deck was even a glimmer in Valve's ballsack. You got the NSO library, which is kind of ass. It's kind of ass still, but let's hope they get their shit in gear going forward. It's not a bad library, but as deep a bag as Nintendo's old consoles have, as far as like all their older games and stuff like that. They started this back in 2018. Nintendo, really, if you can afford to send like Nintendo Yakuza to my house or whatever, then you seriously can afford to add at least like 3 more new games to your online stuff whenever you're adding something out once every 2.5 millennia. Like, there's some real bangers that are just rotting away in obscurity. It's pretty wild to me, but mouse mode just lets you do so much. Like, if you're ass at aiming with analog sticks, then you can just mouse mode. If gyro controls makes you want to vomit, namely because you hate gyro controls and it's not because of motion sickness or anything like that, then mouse mode, baby. You can be a boomer gamer in reality, and not just at heart. If you have games where you can make your own game, it's good, if not better, than using the touchscreen. Or fuck, you can point and click with a remote Joy-Con and do it all on a TV or a monitor. You can do the next Mario Maker like that. Granted, I don't think mouse mode is the ultimate addition. In my opinion, I feel like the order of most comfortability to least goes at this. You got your dual screen, which, you know, you did that with a Nintendo DS with a stylus. I think that's super comfortable. Then you got your IR pointer, which would be your Wii or your Joy-Con, or really, I would say, is kind of more, I would probably put that ahead of that. They're kind of interchangeable between the two. Then you got your two sticks, and then like your gyro motion controls, like if you're playing Splatoon or something like that. Then of course you got your standard hood classic with the keyboard and the mouse, and then you got your 2 sticks. That's your Xbox, that's your Sony, all that other good stuff. It just adds to the additional benefits and no real loss to the other benefits that you could get. Like, you can literally like play how you want to. Nintendo is basically offering you a bukkake of options. It's invited to all gamer types, and now PC gamers have another like, hey yo, what the fuck you doing? Get off this damn thing and hang out. Like, incentive. Like, there's so much you can just, everybody can play together. It's pretty nice. It's pretty dope. And it also has DSLs. Oh, I mean, not DSLs. It has DLSS. Man, don't judge me. Y'all know y'all like DSLs too. You remember that you know, it's better than dial-up back in my day. But hey, speaking of DSLs, Nintendo, you know, give it some time. Nintendo might return to its roots. It might go back to the Love Hotel roots. The only thing that we're really missing now is this, since you can do pretty much everything else. And boy, let me tell y'all, let me play with Midna in VR or as a robot or a bot or whatever. Y'all might never see me again. Ha! It puts a new emphasis on new ways to play. You know, speaking of, you already know the others are about to copy Nintendo again, part like 9,385. It's about that time again. They'd be like, ooh, write that down. But this console is everything you can ask for without tripping over itself. Like I said, mobile, touchscreen. You can download games straight to the system in your hand. You can just play this at any point, anytime that you want to. It's handheld, tabletop. You can do like, you can bring back point and click games like from the old school era. I mean, point and click games never really went away, but I feel like they'll get even more prominence now. You got motion controls, you got gyro controls, you got VR, you got motion based like Ring Fit Adventure or Labo, you got arms or stuff like arms. I mean, you got tabletop. You can just you can do analog games too. Like fuck it, you can just do like literally whatever you want, like card games, whatever. New mouse mode. You got old world, retro world, new world, future world. Get a VR headset option. Like you can just make like a peripheral where you can just, you know, put it on your head. Have that sensing technology inside the Joy-Cons for both hands. Maybe make it a palatable version like the Oculus Quest or whatever. You know, fuck Facebook, by the way. I hate Facebook. Only thing I'd say is it's missing internet connectivity, like a SIM card or something like that. But I feel like that's too much. Just like the browser thing, I'm not sweating that. I wouldn't feel like that's too much. Just get a hotspot, honestly. You can just get a hotspot. Man, if someone makes an accessory that lets you switch stand, like lay a switch stand over me while I'm laying down, I can just do it in mouse mode and just be on a bed like that. That's it. It's over. I'm gonna be obese. The same way Elon Musk, ethically worthless ass, wants to make Twitter the everything app, Nintendo is basically the everything console now. Seriously, y'all name some gaming ways that this Nintendo system won't be able to cover. Like there's so many things they can do now. And for the most part, developers won't have to jump through too much hoops to actually, or do like some secret programming ninjutsu bullshit to actually get something to work on there. Cause you're just trying to cram these newer games on this seemingly busted older system with this like it was outdated when it came out. Like Jesus, Nintendo, I know you like to do older stuff. I know you left the arms race of gaming, which was really fucking smart. And in retrospect, it was a 5D chess move. Very fucking smart. But at the same time, now you won't have to worry about that as much of an issue. They can just be on there. It can actually work. You don't have to worry about it too much. It's the sky's the limit. It's really fucking incredible. Like, I don't think people are really thinking about this Nintendo Switch 2 thing the way that they really should be thinking about it. Like all the different ways you can play, all the different modes. There's just so many ways to approach this thing. It's really fucking incredible. It's really actually kind of sick. The only thing that's not going to be sick is if it gets tariffed. And that's something we can't do anything about. That's going to fucking suck if that is the case. Damn, seriously. Give me Midna and Twin Tail in VR. Oh God, and a Robosa. Oh. This was pretty fun, but keep in mind though, I'm not going to sit up here and glaze Nintendo around the clock. That is not something I do. If you want a glazer, you are definitely in the wrong spot for it. I only give the glazing only when it's deserved. If it's something that they do that's very head ass, I'm going to say it. If they do something that's great, I'm going to say it. That's what you come to, or at least that's what you come to hear me to say. But anyways, ooh, Twin Tail, ooh, Midna, sorry. All right, I got to get that out of my head now. Ooh, all right, in the shivers. I'm gooning too much. All right, I'm out of here. Feel free to like, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. Super thanks. Hey, and if you also have like a video idea or anything that you want to kick to me, you're definitely welcome to. You can Cash App it to me, Cash App me, and then I'll like do a video or something for you. I think that'd be fun to do. That'd be a banger thing to do. So yeah, send me recommendations, all that other good shit, and I'm out.